Hey YouTube, Fifi here with another Armageddon video. So the hardest challenge I've ever done in Risk of Rain 2 video is doing super well, and the Heretic one is doing okay. However, someone said do it with Anu because they could do it with Anu, and I can't play Anu by itself. I think Anu by itself is genuinely just boring. So I added Sacrifice and Swarms. Um, this has been an absolutely abysmally unfun challenge, and I'm honestly at a point where I'm going to upload this video. You're going to see this video, but we're hitting a point where if this video if I don't complete it with this run, there's a very real chance that I'm just not going to do this challenge. And I wanted to take a moment to talk about uh, challenges that are challenging versus challenges that are fun. Because there has to be a balance between the two, right? Like a Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge is fun because you have to think through the lines, everything, and a lot of things. Like, a lot of things are within your control. If you play well, you will consistently do well in Pokemon Nuzlocks. If you are okay at best at Pokemon, you might struggle. You might struggle with Nuzlocks, right? Everything is out of my control, and, like, the only thing that's in my control is, the ability to pick my character. And which is why I'm picking Heretic. Heretic is the only character I've made it past stage 1 with this in. Yo. The only other thing I could try is Void Fiend, but Void Fiend needs Void Seed on stage 1, which you're not going to get. And then you need to absolutely farm Void items to get to 25% Void, and then just move on. Like, there's not a whole lot you can do. But part of what makes the regular Armageddon run so fun is because it feels doable. You're not, like, sitting there failing on stage 1 over and over and over and over and over and over and over again because you lack the damage to deal with a bunch of Anu enemies. Even at half HP, like, I've tried it with Glass, I've tried it with Heretic, with Huntress, with Void Fiend, and, like, no matter what I've tried so far, it just feels kind of hopeless. And that's why this might not be... like, I could probably do this, yeah. Like, I have the time in the game to understand the game enough to be able to deal with the hand that I'm given as most characters. However, if it spawns Beetle Queen, the game crashes. The game just crashes. The Beetle Queen doesn't care about your spawn limits. You're going to be sitting there with 2 FPS because the Beetle Queen spam spawns the Beetle Guards. Because the first thing that happens most of the time is you end up needing to leave the teleporter for the sake of, you need space to be able to move around and stuff like that. Like, as Huntress, as Void Fiend, even as Heretic, where I have a button that just lets me heal 25% of my HP. And you can even tell from, like, this very, very basic starting section how stupidly bullshit this, challenge is. I don't think I can make it there, and I'm just going to pray that it's not up there. I didn't see it there, so I'm just going to assume I'm fine. Getting 0 items and 74 kills is not fine though. It's a 5% average per kill. So that means that we're supposed to have like 4 items by now, and we have 2 very mediocre at best items. Oh, the neutron is completely unreachable. This was part of the reason I was doing with Huntress. I can make it. Okay, cool, cool, cool. But can I make it back without dying, though? I want my HP back. What killed me? I died of fall damage. I don't have Artifact Frailty on. I mean, I'll take it. I'll just restart. How long have I been recording for? 6 minutes? Yeah. We'll leave that in. We don't need to restart the intro and do the intro because, you know, this is not really supposed to be a, If I complete it, I complete it, but let's just get back to the discussion at hand. The reason the regular Armageddon run is fun is because it gives you this feeling of a completable difficulty. This difficulty is incredibly demoralizing because everything kills you. There's so much of everything, but this is how you make sacrifice work. And like, if I'm playing without sacrifice, I can't, even though, yes, right, sacrifice is just overall going to be a much harder method of playing the game than just regular. And part of the reason for that is because everything has a 5% drop rate. However, as I said last time, killed 80 enemies, got 2 items that were mediocre at best, and then I got a good item just before I died. Like, okay, that didn't actually reach over there. That's a tri-tip dagger. I actually kind of want this. I need to be more mindful of my utility skill and my HP. And this is part of what I'm talking about with, like, the difficulty just kind of breaking you down. Like, I'll give it one more attempt, but the difficulty has to feel achievable. And whenever I do this, I'm not going to breathe a sigh of relief. I'm not going to be celebrating. I'm not going to be like, yeah, I did this super hard challenge. I'm gonna be like, thank fuck that's over, and I don't have to do that again. When I completed the, Armageddon run for the first time, my thought wasn't, thank fuck that's over. My thought was like, wow, I actually, like, really did it. Like, this is really exciting. My thought playing this is just, oh, you mean everything kills me? And the only, like, as I was trying to talk about sacrifice versus not sacrifice, the thing about this is, like, when I'm getting hardcore punished by the game because I can't be in the teleporter circle for any period of time, and I'm killing a bunch of enemies, I'm going to get, like, I'm going to at least get something out of it because the only item you've given me is a... and, like, this is... And, like, the added elite types, because this mod pack isn't just a... Like... it isn't just a vanilla plus mod pack like mine is. Well, mine's a vanilla quality of life mod pack. This is a mod pack built to make the game more difficult. And you're able to tell that really easily from this. So, like, let's actually go over everything the mod pack adds. Not the difficulty, the mod pack. Because it's a huge thing to talk about. And a huge part of why this challenge is not fun. There's so many enemies that just... So, like, so one of the elites that they add, the gold elites that you keep seeing run around, is it just doubles its HP in armor. The armor doesn't go away because of the elite artifact, because of the elite, and so we're just kind of stuck in this perpetual state of praying enough of the vanilla elite spawn and just praying specific bosses don't spawn. Like, if Stone Titan... Like, I need specifically Vagrant to spawn for me to have a chance. Because Stone Titans have significantly way too much HP and can literally drain... Like, I was a level 12 Heretic in one of my runs, and Stone Titan killed me. It just one-shot me. Because it's an elite Stone Titan. And that means that, like, I have the highest HP value of literally any character in the game. And it's kind of not close. And if I'm dying as Heretic, one of the safest, highest HP characters in the game, Stone Titan just doesn't feel possible. And Beetle Queen spawns enemies without caring about enemy spawn cap. And the enemy spawn cap makes it so that the game doesn't lag. So I'm sitting there at the start of at the teleporter sequence. It spawns it spawns the elite Beetle Queens. Say it spawns mending Beetle Queens. Instantly, there is so much extra stuff going on that it just becomes not worth it to even try. And you're gonna see here, like, I've been talking about Beetle Queens. Okay, this is the first time they haven't immediately spawned Beetle Guards. but like you can see my game is starting to run slowly because they just spam spawn the enemies because I can keep enough distance between myself and them, and even whenever I killed them, I still have to deal with the enemies spawns that exceed the spawn rate. So, like, even though, yeah, cool, I killed the beetle queens, I have to kill this many beetle goats. And it's not mending enemies, so they are healed by all of the mending enemies that are spawning. My image, I'm trying to fucking fix that. So we're gonna make it to stage 2, but like... Oh my gosh. I would like to get the items, please. I'm just not gonna be able to get the items. Without... What was that? This is stupid! Part of the fucking... Yeah, the almost greater lesser wisp. Part of the mod pack is literally built to make this game harder. This is not fun. And this is the point where a challenge no longer becomes... It goes from being a challenge. It goes from it being a challenge that you can go through, you can feel accomplished whenever you do it, and it stops being fun, and it goes to being a chore. This isn't like me sitting down and being like excited to continue this challenge. I was excited to make the Armageddon run video because the Armageddon run is genuinely fun. The just base Armageddon run with the tougher enemies, the buffed enemies, the enemy variants and stuff like that. When I make them all elites, they will eat alive every single character in this game. I am playing as Heretic and almost getting one-shot constantly. I have to use Slicing Maelstrom from max range to be able to interact with the enemies. Not even just like fight them, to interact with them, period. I can't get close to them. I can't be within 25 meters of them, or I just die. If as you saw from some of the earlier Fatal attacks, if Leastus Lesuus will just spam fire at me, instantly killing me. You have an auto-firing stone golem. This stopped being a fun challenge a while ago, and that's kind of like a really important distinction to make, is when a challenge stops being fun, it is no longer a challenge. It becomes like this chore to just do. And if I were to ever finish this, I wouldn't breathe a sigh of relief. I mean, I wouldn't celebrate, but I wouldn't breathe a sigh of relief and like be like happy it's over. I'd be like, thank fuck that's over and I never have to do this again. And that is an important distinction to make between a challenge and a chore. And I'm releasing this video to say I'm just not going to do the Honor challenge on Armageddon. I will do Glass Swarm Sacrifice Honor on Huntress on a solo run at a later date, because that is the hardest challenge you can do in vanilla. I'm going to do the hardest challenge you can do in vanilla. Like, I'm actually going to boot up Vanilla Risk of Raid 2 and do that challenge, but this challenge, leave Armageddon just plain. Trying to do Armageddon with artifacts is genuinely making me not like this game. And that's all there is to it, and you have to accept that sometimes you can't always get what you want. I apologize for being unable to accept the challenge. I hope you can forgive me. Make sure you like the video if you liked it. Put in the comment section maybe some other challenges you want me to do. I play a lot of Gunfire Reborn, play a lot of Halo, play a lot of OS. I can do a bunch of challenges in various different games. I also play a lot of Pokemon Kirby Air Ride. You can come catch my streams live at 12 p.m. Eastern, and at the end of the day, I'm still going to be making videos. So you can subscribe if you want to catch those. I upload daily at 2 p.m. Eastern. But for now, I unfortunately have to say goodbye, and I'm probably not going to do this challenge. Thank you very much for watching.